Omid Scobie repeatedly denies that he and Meghan are friends, saying he's not a fan of hers either, but he recruits Sussex Squad influencers to promote his new book. Why? That's ridiculous. Omid Scobie sent advanced copies of his new book on the royal family to favoured social media influencers who were asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA. The author, whose book Endgame is published on Tuesday, is understood to have masterminded his own marketing strategy, with publishers required to ensure that every decision is signed off by him personally. Eschewing traditional practices, he opted to send the 400-page book to a select group of Sussex Squad bloggers who've long proved supportive. One of them, who identifies herself only as Kaiser, the head writer for a blog called Celeb Bitchy, revealed that she'd signed an NDA and read it at the weekend. Well, Omid's book contains many compliments towards Meghan while being excessively insulting to Princess Catherine. How could he deny his relationship with Meghan so blatantly? Do you see the NDA move look familiar? The NDA practices stinks of Meghan's behaviour. It's all her. They're too hostile, combative, and are creepy. Meghan stans who are not nuanced enough to appeal to moderates or folks who are currently neutral. The various social media influencers and bloggers who were sent the book pre-publication will be expected to give it a lucrative push online when it's published on Tuesday. The US-based arm of Scobie's publisher, HarperCollins, is understood to have largely left UK colleagues in the dark about the pre-publication plan. The author's effort to secure favourable coverage began with an interview in the American magazine People, which tends to shy away from controversial or negative subject matter. He then gave an interview to Paris Match, which published extracts of the book in French and to the Sunday Times. It comes as there's a refreshing interview about Endgame. Both host and guest, an American lawyer, call out the H0gs in no uncertain terms. The lawyer's name is Bolinsky, who has his own podcast. He describes Endgame as motivated journalism, a term I haven't heard before, but describes it to a T, and he doesn't mince words describing Harry and Meghan as media hogs. He has less than zero respect for them. He's basically giving his take on how Americans now view the Harkles. Elsewhere, royal biographer Angela Levin issued these claims and accusations against the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. She broke all of this down in one of her most recent chats with GB News. During the course of this conversation with the outlet, the expert referenced the leaked extracts from Endgame. For those unversed, it's been rumoured that Meghan Markle had control over the contents in Omid Scobie's book, the same way she did in Finding Freedom. Miss Levin began by saying she's now saying that she's had nothing whatsoever to do with it, but that's what they said last time with the first book, and she had to go to court and apologise because she'd done so. But I don't believe that they haven't controlled this new book because Omid Scobie, and a lot of it is their wish to be horrendous, but pretend it's not them. I think if you look back on how they behave, that's how they behave. We have this swap, which is what goes on all the time. And in a way, this is what's happening about we do want to come over for Christmas and we don't want to come over for Christmas. Because if you know what's coming up and this book would have been what they knew, why would you want to go there? She doesn't. During the course of the conversation, she also went on to add, "It's said in the book that she absolutely can't bear the royal family and the way the royals operate, and she doesn't want to know about it.